Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Of course, my name is Kent and the channel is EOS San Diego. And I just was on our a Telegram and someone was asking me about how the submissions are going with Apple and Google. And of course, we've submitted the challenge application to both Apple and Google, and now we have to wait for them to respond. And of course, Apple has responded, but we just don't know when they will actually make the application live on the App Store, as well as Google. We've got the submission, we got basically the approval, but we just have to wait till they make it live on their platforms. So that's what we're waiting on right now. And hopefully that'll be very, very, very soon. But it's not up to us. If it was up to me, I'd tell you exactly when it was going to be up and live. But I don't know that because I don't know what Apple does and I don't know what Google does. And we have to leave it in their hands right now because that's where we're at. The other thing I want to talk about a little bit is I want to talk about how this is going to be an application-driven market. What I mean by that is I mean that applications are going to have to drive this price. EOS is a utility. EOS is a platform to build on. And so people need to build. So where you're going to see these price appreciations is you're going to see price appreciations in the applications. You know, we used to, in 2017, you know, we buy a token, Ethereum, EOS, XRP, Tron. We'd buy these tokens and we'd get a big appreciation right away. I mean, we'd buy a few $1,000s worth of EOS and, you know, in a very short period of time, it'd be worth $4,000 or $5,000. Or we do the same with Ethereum or some of these other applications. Right now, where you're going to see the big appreciations, you're going to see big appreciations in what's being built on these blockchains. So there's a lot of things being built. Of course, Challenge is one of them, and of course, Challenge has done very well here recently on new decks, and it's made a lot of appreciation. And there's a lot of them that out there that you could pick to invest in, and I could see big appreciations, like some of the appreciations we used to see back in the day when EOS could be bought for 50 or 60 cents, went up to over $20. I mean, that did happen, and of course I've seen that happen. Of course, we actually have had that happen to us. So we know there's good appreciations available, but you just have to pick the right thing to put the money in. But there's, right now, EOS is going to be driven by the application and how well the applications trade and how well the applications do. That is where the price appreciation is going to come in for EOS. The other thing about EOS is that they are decentralized, so they do have to kind of wait on somebody else to build something. They're going to be kind of not in as much of the role of, I guess you would say, interacting with a lot of people because they're decentralized, and of course they want to be as decentralized as possible. So they're probably not going to say much about a lot of these applications, and they're probably not going to push them because they're a decentralized platform. They have a way of doing this. They have investors that are invested through, like Mike Novogratz and some of these other people that have put money in this. And of course, I don't know what they're doing in the background. They're probably doing something. We'll see very, 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 very soon. But EOS probably will be a little bit distant from some of these applications because, like I say, they are decentralized. And it's right now they try to probably stay as kind of a division line between block one and the actual community that the blockchain is running the blockchain right now, as well as the block producers, as we can see and as we will see. It's kind of a separate thing, kind of doing its own thing right now. The other thing I was reading here was kind of interesting on Telegram tonight was the fact that the block producers are kind of shifting from people that were making tools to now where the block producers are mainly exchanges, and the exchanges are not as likely probably to hold the token. So maybe when other block producers were building, were making rewards or whatever, they would bring the tokens in, they would hold the tokens, and they would wait for the tokens to appreciate, and then use some of the tokens to build tools. Well, now the block producers are exchanges, so the exchanges just may be getting the tokens and maybe liquidating them right away. That may be affecting the price too. So there's a lot of things going on here, a lot of variables at play right now, and we're kind of in an interesting time because the blockchain's been up and running for a little bit of time. The applications are being built, and we're kind of in that period of time where it's getting handed off from EOS itself, EOS the utility, to actually what's running on the utility, which is things like the challenge application and other applications. There's lots of them. You can see them on Nudex, and that's what's going to drive this to the next level. And that's really what it's about. That's about what's being built. It's almost like if you're developing a piece of property, housing development, you go in and you lay the electricity, you lay the plumbing, the water, everything there, and then you wait for people to come in and buy up the real estate and build. And that's what EOS is. I mean, they've laid out all the utility for us, and now we just have to sit down. We have to go out and we have to build something on that utility. So that's what's going on right now, and that's what's going to drive this price. And as you see applications become more and more valuable, as they become more and more used, you will see this price improve. And if you really want to see the big appreciations, probably find an application you really like. Hopefully the challenge is one you like, and I think that'll be a good way to see something happen for you if you're wanting something to happen pretty quickly and without a lot of investment. Obviously, with these tokens right now, especially the applications run on EOS, they're all very inexpensive, trading at fractions of a penny, not pennies, fractions of a penny. So anyway, applications will drive this market, and applications will be where the price appreciations will be in the future. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.